Here are the pros and cons of the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. So this is not your normal F-Pace because this has a pretty monstrous engine inside. This is the SVR, so it comes equipped with a 5-liter supercharged V8, and that makes 550 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. It goes 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds, and I'll give you my driving impressions later on. For the SVR, there's a special body kit on here, and you also get this SVR badging. This paint is called the Ultra Blue, and it's only available for the SVR. On the hood, you have this hood scoop, which is actually functional, and unfortunately it also moves within the hood itself. There are LED headlights, and you can see the words Jaguar LED technology on there. And what I like here is that when you turn on the high beams, it turns on gradually, so it has that more high-end feel. This model comes with a gloss black 22-inch forged wheel, so this is lighter and stronger. And you can see the SVR badging on there, the Jaguar logo. The brakes are 15.5 inches in diameter with 4-piston calipers. These are huge brakes. Behind the wheels, there's functional vents to extract all that hot air. And for the rear axle, you have a 2-piston caliper design. The spoiler has a mini spoiler on top of it as well. And I just love how the back end looks super aggressive. I like the LED taillights. You have the rear diffuser design here. And I like the black badging and of course the SVR badging on there as well. Let's open the powered tailgate. With the second row in the up position, you have over 30 cubic feet of storage space. I have my 30-liter photography bag just for a frame of reference. And if you open this, check out this spare. You can fold the second row down from back here. And with that folded down, you have over 70 cubic feet of space. Let's jump right in. And in this model, it comes with the ebony and light oyster leather interior. The leather feels pretty nice, and also I like this microfiber Alcantara feel to it. You have some pretty nice materials on the dash. This is kind of like a metallic grill looking thing. The steering wheel feels nice. This is leather. It has some nice stitching on there. And I really like the 3-spoke design here. Here you can see the SVR logo again. This looks very classy. You have this metal paddle shifters as well. And looking ahead, there's a digital instrument cluster, and also up top a heads-up display so that you could keep your eyes on the road. Really nice Alcantara. Again, this cuts down on the glare a little bit. And over here you have an 11.4-inch touchscreen, and the performance of this thing is pretty good. I like the 360-degree camera view on here, so this will help you park. And unfortunately, this doesn't have the SVR body kit on there, so you're just going to have to use your imagination. Looking down below, all of these are touch controls. It does have haptic feedback on it, but it's not that great. And these climate controls are pretty standard Jaguar Land Rover, so you'll find this across all of the other cars. And to change the seat settings, you could push on this, and you could ventilate your seats or heat your seats. And you could pull this to change your fan speed. I like how there's a electric front defroster here. So if you look at the windshield, it's very tough to see in video, but there's a bunch of these little lines in here. But basically these are like little heating elements that's been compressed in between the windshield so that when you have that on, it will quickly defrost your front windshield. Down below you have your wireless charger. This works just fine, but when you're driving left and right, the phone will potentially shift. Back here you have your 8-speed automatic transmission. Here's your park button here. Start stop engine button. Over here is your drive mode dial, and to change it you press in and it deploys, and you can change between dynamic, comfort, eco, and also a low traction mode. And over here you have your exhaust mode. This is my favorite button. Slide this backwards and you have a couple of cup holders, nice slot for your phone here, and here's your standard cigarette style port. Open this up. Fairly tiny armrest, but you got a couple of USB ports over here. And also you cannot forget the little storage space you have down here, so this is a nice spot for your phone or something else. Now getting inside the second row, pretty nice amenities back here. Beautiful big sunroof, really nice seats just like the front seats. And getting in, there's plenty of legroom here. There's 37.2 inches of rear legroom. There's also 37.5 inches of rear headroom for models with the sunroof. I'm 5'8" and I feel pretty comfortable in here. I like how there's vents back here and also heated outboard seats, and a couple of USB-C chargers, and yours, again, cigarette style port. Let's pull this down, and here are your cup holders. and no pass-through to the trunk. I like all the little details like the SVR embossed in the headrest here, and also Jaguar on the seat. And if you have some naughty passengers, they'll probably play with your back through this thing. And I also like the Meridian sound system in here. I think it sounds pretty awesome. And I like that there's wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto in this car. All right, now we're on the road with the fpace SVR. I've got myself in sport mode, so the suspension is a little bit more taut. The throttle response is more immediate, and the steering is also a little bit heavier. With the sport mode, the exhaust is also a little bit louder, so you really hear that 5-liter supercharged V8 coming out the front and the rear. And the handling on this thing is pretty good. It doesn't feel like a big SUV. You still feel a little bit of heft, but the suspension kind of dials it down a little bit. It feels a bit more flat. Steering input is not too bad. It's fairly communicative. It's not as good as the Jaguar F-Type SVR, of course. That's a lot lower to the ground, but you still get the same type of sound experience. That orchestra is pretty amazing. Ride quality is also not bad at all. It's fairly smooth, even though I'm in the sport setting. As for the brakes, yeah, the brakes work really well in this car. Well, there you have it. That's my review of the fpace SVR. If you like this longer form content stuff, please let me know so I could do more of it for you. And if you want to see other cars, just let me know in the comments below. But I want to thank you guys for watching all the way up to this point, and I'll see you in the next one.